I'm going to show you how to long divide. Our vocabulary for this lesson is divide, divisor, dividend, quotient, remainder, bring down, and a little poem to help you remember the steps and the order of the steps that you'll do in division. Does McDonald's sell burgers? Let's try our first problem. We'll start out with easy problems without remainders, and then we'll go into more difficult ones with remainders. When you're doing long division, it's always good that you remember does for divide, McDonald's for multiply, sell for subtract, and burgers for bring down. Those are not only the steps of multiplication, but the order that you will do the steps. So first, let's divide. You'll think, how many times does the outer number, the divisor, go into the first number of the dividend? In other words, how many times does 3, the number on the outside, go into the number that's first in the inside? So you're pretty much thinking 3 divided by 3, which equals 1. So you will put the 1 on top. You have divided. Now, let's multiply. You must multiply the first number that you have of the quotient and the number that is the divisor. So you'll do 3 times 1, which equals 3. So you bring the 3 down. Now, you are ready for your next step. Subtract. 3 minus 3 equals 0. And you bring down the 9. It's always a good habit to draw an arrow to show that you already brought it down, so you don't accidentally bring it down twice. That could be a problem in really long division problems. Now you have to think, how many times does 3 go into 9 without going over? The answer is 3. Three times 3 equals 9. So you put the 9 down here. And subtract. At this time, you have nothing left to bring down. So you are done. Now you know that 39 divided by 3 equals 13. Let's try another problem. Now let's try 49 divided by 2. Does McDonald's sell burgers? You know that you have to divide first. So you think 4 divided by 2, which of course equals 2. So you put the 2 on the top. Next, you must multiply. You have to multiply 2 times 2, and you get 4. So you put the 4 down here and subtract. And then bring down. Now you must think, how many times does 2 go into 9 without going over? In other words, 9 divided by 2. You know that you can't divide 9 by 2 since 9 isn't an even number. So, now you must think, what is the number that can get the closest to 9 by dividing without going over? In other words, 2 times what gets the closest to 9 without going over? 2 times 3 is only 6, but 2 times 4 is 8. 8 is 1 less than 9, but if you do 2 times 5, it'll equal 10, and you can't go over 9. So you must put down the 4. And your next step is multiplying 2 and 4, which equals 8. And then you subtract. You get 1. But there's nothing left to bring down, so what do you do with the 1? The 1 is the remainder. (49) divided by 2 equals 24, remainder 1. Now I'm going to give you a problem, and I want you to try it on your own. I'll give you a little while to do this problem. Now let's do it together. First, you think, how many times does 3 go into 6 without going over? The answer is 2. 3 times 2 equals 6. So you put the 6 here and subtract. Then you bring the 3 down and think, how many times does 3 go into 3 without going over? The answer is 1. So then you multiply. 1 times 3 equals 3. And subtract. 63 divided by 3 equals 21. If you don't understand how we got the answer, you should ask a teacher or a parent. Or you can watch the video again.